No interest in changing you. I have no interest in freeing you from anything, because I know that there is nothing there to be free from. I am not interested in asking people to do anything I do, and I don't ask them not to do anything I don't do. I have no interest in freeing anybody from anything. It is a matter.
So what is your role then in the world?
Nothing, just to focus, spotlight the situation exactly the way it is, not the way they say it should be and ought to be and must be. Just to point out. I have no interest in freeing anybody from...
But do you feel that...
You see, I am not interested in anything. We talk about the past, whether they are the painters or the anything of the past, it doesn't interest me. If that is nothing to get from me, because I'm not going to give anything to you, and I used to add, you're not going to get anything from anybody, because there is nothing to get. I am alive. It's very difficult for me to experience that. What is that? You see, what is life? I really don't know. It is expressing itself. The expression of life is energy. You are the expression of life. I am the expression of life. The mosquito, if there is, that is the expression of life. Everything that is there around is the expression of the same life. See, there is an integral unity, but unfortunately we separate ourselves, and we have given to ourselves the tremendous idea that we are quite different, placed ourselves on the top of the whole creation, which we are not. We are nothing in the scheme of things. You are no more important. All of us, all these human bodies will be used by nature because it needs this energy somewhere else. You see, if not cancer, if not AIDS, there will be something else. It will wipe us all out. You can have any number of doctors in this world. They are not going to... I don't know what happiness is like, you see, so I can't be unhappy. So I know how to get what I want. You see.
And you say, I'm me, I'm on my own, I don't need any reality.
I need only money to survive in this world. Because otherwise there is no way. You see, even if I am ready to eat your apple trees, fruits from your apple oranges,
you have to pay
they belong to you or to the state.
Yeah.
If I steal, I am hungry and you will put me in prison. So, that is all. So I need money to survive in this world. That's the be-all and power in the world can touch me. I tell all the doctors, if you suggest anything, be careful, you will not live long. If you want to live, don't tell me anything. Sure. The whole thing, nature is a puppet. You see, we are all puppets, like it or not. You have no free will, no freedom of action. That's the cause of man's sorrow. It does not know that it is pumping blood. You see, the body does not know that it is alive. The body does not know that it is dead. It has no way of experiencing those two things. So it lives from moment to moment, you see, the body. But the mind that is interested in continuity, permanence, can talk of living from moment to moment, you see, and make a business out of it. But there is no such thing as living from moment to moment in that area. It's just not possible. Human body is not interested in pleasure of any kind. It is only interested in maintaining the sensitivity of the nervous system and the sensitivity of the functioning of the body. So the moment you say a particular sensation is a pleasurable sensation, the demand to make it last longer goes with it. So then the demand to make the pleasure last longer turns what we call pleasure into pain, and that's a painful sensation to the body. The body is trying to be rid of that pleasurable sensation, and what we are stuck with is pain.
It almost sounds...
Listening mechanism rejects the music because it is artificially created. You know, there is nothing to Beethoven's Ninth Symphony or Fifth Symphony or any of the classical musics. It doesn't want, you see, unless you are exposed to that kind of a music, live and learn how to appreciate a particular kind of a music. See, you cannot appreciate that music at all. Cause and response is one unitary movement. It is not that nonsense they talk, oneness of life, unity of life. You cannot be separated from what you are looking at. You see, unless you know what you are looking at, you cannot say that that is a tree. The physical eye does not see that as a round tree. it is flat, because it is focused on only one side. If you say that the tree is round, it is born out of your imagination here, not the tree is round. You can take me there, take me round and show that it is round. All that is useless. The physical I am sitting here, it sees the tree as flat. Everything, all that is like, you see the painting there. There is no depth there, no matter who says what. The physical eye, I am talking about the physical eye, can not see the depth at all. You see, you are sitting in front, all those, you see that frame, it doesn't see, this all one, you see the trees there in the back. It is very close, you cannot say that that is far away from the window.
And what about the concept of distance, sir?
It's all, distance is only measurements.
If you can't see the depth, how can you walk safely, sir? You'll fall
When you
down.
go there, no, you will not fall. The body is more intelligent. It knows how to protect itself. The mind is the totality of man's thoughts, feelings and experiences passed on to us.
The world mind.
World mind. And it is that has created you and me for the sole main purpose of maintaining its status quo, its continuity. That world mind, if I may use that word, is a self-perpetuating one. And its only interest is to maintain its continuity. It can maintain its continuity only through the creation of what we call the individual minds, your mind and my mind. So without the help of that knowledge, you have no way of experiencing yourself as an entity. You see, this so-called entity, the I, the self, the soul, the psyche, or whatever word you want to use, is created by that. And through the help of that, you will be able to experience these things. And so what we are caught up is in this vicious circle, that the knowledge gives you the experience, and the experience strengthens and fortifies that knowledge.
And you seem to be suggesting, if I understand you correctly then, that I'm a body here and a brain, and my brain serves as some kind of an antenna. I'm receptive to these thoughts that are coming to me from the world mind, and they give me the illusion that I am an individual self, that I have a mind even.
Yes, but is it possible for you, let alone the mind or the entity or the I or the self or the soul or whatever you want to call it, to experience your body as a body without the help of that knowledge? You see, for example, you look at your hand, and is this hand yours? First of all, the hand is created by the knowledge you have of that.
Well, what you say reminds me of experiments with people who have been blinded, and then their operations are performed and they see for the first time, and they don't know anything. They have to be taught to recognize the things that they see.
Yes.
So without the mediation of the mind, if the mind is not trained somehow to recognize this, you're right, it would all be meaningless.
You see, we have only these senses.
Yeah.
The sensory perceptions do not say that this is a hand. You see, the knowledge that we have tells us that this is a hand, and that this is your hand and not my hand.
Otherwise, it's just a patch of color and form.
No, you don't even look at this hand. You have no way of looking at it, you see, except through the knowledge you have of this hand. This knowledge is put into us during the course of our life. When you play with a child, you tell, show me your hand, show me your nose, show me your teeth, show me your face, and what is your name. This is how we build up, you see, the identity of the individual's relationship with his hand, with his nose, with his eyes, and with the world around, you see. So, do we look at anything? You see, this so-called looking is a blurred experience of yours, but you have no way of looking at anything at all except through the knowledge. That is the belief, the self, the soul, the spirit, and whatever you want to call it is invented by thought. And it is that thought that is responsible for experiencing this, what we call thought, because what you call self, spirit, or soul or whatever you want to call. I don't want to indulge in the frivolity of the root meaning of the words. You see, the Latin word, spirit is a Latin word.
They have to do with breathing, generally.
It means breathing. So you have observed, you see, a certain individual stopped breathing, and that condition you described it as death. So the fact that you see the breathing stopped, you want to know if there is anything that will continue after death. You see, it is that is interested in demanding to know what will survive this condition of the body which is called death.
Yeah. I mean, I would tend to think that my body will not survive. My body will decay, but perhaps my ability to experience at some level will survive.
But can you experience your body while you are living now? See, if one wants to know anything about death, he has to find out what is it that is there now and not wait until what we call the death that takes place. So, do you have any way of experiencing the fact that you are alive today? I say no.
Oh.
You see, the doctor comes and examines you and tells you that this is your blood pressure, this is the temperature of your body, your heart is breathing, your blood pressure, so on and so forth. So you are alive. So you are trying to use that knowledge and experience what you call a living being. But without the help of that knowledge, which is passed on to us by observation of all these doctors, and experience and tell yourself that you are a living being. So when once you are freed from the knowledge, you have no way of experiencing that you are alive today, and there is no question of experiencing when you are dead. I'm doing that.
No such thing as an unconditioned mind. Conditioning will not go, but conditioning cannot influence your actions. Any action you see is a conditioned action, you see. There is no action at all. The actions are all reactions, all your actions, all your likes, dislikes, everything reactions.
In your case?
Even if I am reacting like anybody else. All my likes, dislikes, prejudices, personal things, they are all there.
They're all reactions. No action is there.
That is the only action, whether I am acting or you are acting or anybody is acting. It's a reaction. There is no action at all. Not spontaneous, pure action. All that is absolute rubbish.
Action never exists.
Never, doesn't exist.
In anyone's case. Anybody.
That's all.
One who has never smoked will never condemn anybody who is smoking. One who has not touched wine or even, it's the smell, you see, even the smell. Yeah. You see, will never condemn alcoholics. The karma is translated in a very strange way. Those who are talking about karma, they do not know actually what that word means. Karma means an action which is not a reaction. All our actions are reactions, born out of our thinking. So karma means is an action which is not a reaction. I don't know if I make myself clear.